Good morning, everybody. This should be an interesting video because I am going skydiving today with a friend of mine named Brian. It's 6:30 in the morning on a Monday, and I'm going to be heading out in just about 45 minutes to go drive an hour with Brian over to a place in Washington to go tandem skydiving. Now, tandem skydiving is when you are strapped on to the chest. So there'll be another guy behind me that will be responsible for pulling the cord and making sure everything is going smoothly and all that stuff. So that's how you start skydiving generally. Your first few times you skydive in tandem with somebody else, which is really, as far as I'm aware, the only legal way to do it when you're starting. So I'm looking forward to that, but it's also very interesting because I do have a significant fear of heights, okay? So my fear of heights is interesting because it's not necessarily a typical fear of heights, but I don't really know how different it is from other people that have a fear of heights. I remember as a kid, sitting in any kind of a big auditorium or any kind of a big church or anything with a really tall ceiling, and sitting down in a chair and looking up at the ceiling and just experiencing lots of dread and just being terrified, which is strange to look up at a ceiling and experience the fear of heights, but from what I understand, that is a thing. Like, I'm not the only one that has that fear. But also, IMAX theaters are absolutely anxiety-inducing and terrifying for me. I cannot do IMAX theaters, which was a strange and embarrassing discovery at one point in my life. You go out with your family and friends to go to an IMAX theater, and you ruin the whole thing because you literally just can't do it, right? I couldn't sit in an IMAX theater and watch a movie because it was just terrifying and my fear of heights just took over. And so I wasn't gonna sit in that for 2 hours and suffer, right? So this is a little bit of my fear of heights. It's interesting. Another strange thing about my fear of heights is if I am, for example, the Sears Tower in Chicago. When I was a kid, I was on the top floor, or close to the top floor of the Sears Tower in Chicago several times. And when I look down from the top of the Sears Tower in Chicago, even though it's enclosed in glass, you're inside the building, I get terrified, absolutely terrified. And then, and anytime, I've done some roofing and stuff like that too. And every time I just look over the edge when I'm on top of a tall building, even if it's only a couple stories, I get very, very, very scared, and my anxiety goes up and all that. And so I go down to Mexico on mission trips every once in a while, and I always end up doing roofing, which is terrifying for me because at least when you go up to the edge, it's just like, I get so much anxiety. So that's my fear of heights. It's a little strange, but I wanted to mention that because part of the point of this video is to talk about and show you guys my experience skydiving despite my fear of heights, because I went skydiving something like 18 years ago. It's been almost 20 years now, and I expected, when I went skydiving that time, I expected to be absolutely terrified, to have anxiety like crazy and just be really, really worried and all that stuff. But I wasn't, and I'm not exactly sure why. This was a long time ago. I am a praying man, right? I believe in the power of prayer. And so you can bet that 20 years ago, I was praying every day, probably multiple times a day, before I went on that skydiving trip, right? So clearly it's entirely possible that God did a miracle that day and I just wasn't scared because the Lord was working in my heart and in my mind to take away that anxiety and that fear. But it's also possible, I'm not really sure, it's also possible that that my fear of heights is just incompatible with skydiving, that skydiving is just not something I'm afraid of, which is really interesting. I don't know what to believe on that. I don't really have a problem with roller coasters. Usually I love extreme sports. I love, you know, taking jumps on my UTV, my side-by-side. So I am a very like physically extreme person. I love roller coasters, and it's rare that I get scared on a roller coaster with my fear of heights, but I do sometimes. I mean, going up a lift hill is usually the most terrifying thing. The rides at amusement parks that absolutely do terrify me, and I've actually worked pretty hard to conquer this particular fear, but the giant drop rides that take you up slowly and then drop you are genuinely terrifying for me. Had a lot of times when I've just absolutely been crippled with fear, and it's always the way up. I love the ride down. It's my favorite thing in the whole world, but the way up is just terrifying for me. And so I'll go to an amusement park and 5 times in a row I'll ride it to try and face that fear and conquer that fear. And the Lord has definitely given me temporary victory over that fear. Like, I've been able to continue riding in the power of the Holy Spirit and just enjoy the ride without fear after conquering it. But it does tend to come back, right? So, but really the question this morning on skydiving is the Lord just helping me conquer that fear, or did the Lord help me conquer that fear, you know, 20 years ago, the one time that I did it? Or is there something different about skydiving that just makes it so that it's something I'm not afraid of? And I know everybody's fear of heights is different, but I feel like that might be a helpful thing for some people to go through as they consider whether to go skydiving or not. So super excited. Like I said, I'm gonna be leaving in like a half hour, and I'm gonna try and take you guys along the way. I picked up a GoPro just for this video. We'll see if it's something I want to keep doing in the future. I expect that I probably will. But I have a GoPro I'm gonna strap to my chest, and I'm gonna take you along for the ride for hopefully the whole experience. So I'll see you in a little bit when things get interesting again. Check in.
Must be the 7 o'clock crew.
Yeah.
What'd you see a sign that said check in?
To the left. Okay. It says check in right here. So I assume we check in the hangar there.
First crew's going up.
Yep. There's our plane, I'm sure.
Yeah. Get some good video of my backside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
That's my goal.
I love it.
That's my goal today.
I'm glad I brought you. You and your GoPro.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can wear your goggles. The goggles you can go.
Got it. Okay, cool.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we should be able to work.
Cool.
I'm counting on it.
Yeah.
I want to be able to see where I'm going.
Yeah.
I can't see what I'm going.
No, I can't either. And I couldn't remember how that worked, so that makes sense.
How does the video work? Does that work?
Manifest a big bird. Turn the fucking radio.
Might be warm enough to not need a jumpsuit.
Might be. I don't know that I
Jacob?
don't remember using a jumpsuit last time, so.
My name is
Yeah.
Day. I'll be your tandem instructor. Anything you have to do, also facing that direction, step into these 2 minutes.
Manifest a big bird. Returning this one.
That was in California though, so yeah, it was warm enough.
Sure.
Indeed.
Got it. Okay.
No, that was in Illinois.
Oh
It
yeah.
was in Illinois. Yeah, but it was summer, so
Yeah.
yeah, it was warm.
Sorry.
Hello.
No worries.
How can I help you?
Ryan Parker. I'm gonna do my waiver.
Go ahead and do your waiver first, and then I'll do the rest of it. Hello.
Hi, I'm Jason Carr.
Okay.
I also did my waiver online. I hope that went
Perfect.
through.
That I do have that one, and just so you know, you cannot wear your GoPro.
Oh, really?
Really?
I can't record any of it.
No.
Why is that?
That's just our policy.
Okay. Well, that's majorly disappointing. Like, what is the reason for that?
What's the problem?
I can't wear a GoPro.
Correct. It's actually a USPA regulation. So you can't wear a personal GoPro on your person until you have 200 jumps. No
200
cameras-
jumps?
Correct. No cameras on your person until you have 200 jumps. That's actually a USPA thing, not an us
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's disappointing.
It says it on our website too, friend.
I looked it up, but I didn't see it. But
Under the
okay.
facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I need your photo ID, please.
Well, that sucks. Apparently, some stupid federal regulation out there means you can't supposedly use a GoPro strapped to your chest to record yourself skydiving until you've jumped 200 times. Which, honestly, I assume that's true. I haven't looked it up. I don't really know how to look it up. But if it is true, that's the dumbest law I think I've ever heard of in my life. But the good news is that we got footage anyways. We can pay $100 for them to record it instead. And so that's what I did. And we got footage of everything. I really wanted footage on myself, on my chest, instead of on somebody else. But it is what it is. So, by the way, I am back from the jump already, but I'll tell you more about the jump after we get into it.
Hello, you guys. How we doing today?
Wonderful.
Yeah, what are you guys doing in these penny liver harnesses?
This guy's jumping out of a plane. I'm gonna chicken out at the last minute.
What? We're going anyways.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
can't do that.
You keep his
I
money.
love it.
You keep his money when you do that, no matter
I
what.
mean, yeah,
right?
either way, I
So,
get paid
yeah,
once he's on
yeah,
the plane. So
yeah.
I mean,
You already have my money. So. No, we're
it's a
jumping.
birthday celebration, right?
It is, yeah. Big birthday.
Was this your idea or his?
It was a friend's idea who chickened out.
Oh my goodness!
So I'm here and he's not.
Wow, what a
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. This is my real friend.
Now, if anything goes wrong, you can just blame that dude.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything goes wrong, will I be able to blame that dude?
I don't know. It depends on how much steel screws up over here. But if anything goes right, you can blame us. We'll take that one. We're
Okay,
gonna have some
we
fun.
will. We
So
will.
today we're gonna go 2.5 miles above the ground. We're gonna hop out of that plane and go 120 miles an hour straight at the earth. You ready for that?
Let's do it.
Let's go have some fun, you guys.
Thank you.
Alrighty, Jason. We are walking to the airplane. How you feeling?
Wonderful.
Yeah?
I'm super excited.
Not nervous?
Not right now, no. I'm good. I had some
Good.
anxiety earlier while I was waiting there. But
Well, only one of us should be nervous right now. I'm happy about this.
I love it. So much fun. It was more fun than the last time that I remember. I don't think the last time I had a chance to wear my glasses. So that's a big difference.
What'd you think, dude?
I've never seen that look on Brian's face before, but that was wonderful.
Yeah, that moment as you come into land is a little scary.
Yeah.
Nice work, dude. Thanks for playing with us.
Thank you. All right, I am home from the jump. I had a much better time skydiving this time than I did the last time. Even though it was 18, 20 years ago, I remember it pretty well. And man, I really, really enjoyed that a lot more than I did last time. I didn't have any fear at all. So much like the last time that I jumped, I had no fear. I didn't, there was no issues. I didn't have any anxiety. I was just excited, basically, that's it. I had a little bit of anxiety as we were waiting, getting set up, getting ready. I had a lot of anxiety when I found out I couldn't record. That was disappointing to me. But I'm actually pretty pleased because we got some pretty good footage. You saw the whole time I was eating my beard, which was kind of funny. It certainly looks funny on camera, but it didn't bother me during the drop. So that's cool. So apparently, and I had some conversations with the people while I was there that I didn't get recorded. And apparently it is fairly normal that people who have a fear of heights are not bothered at all by going skydiving. There are certainly people that are afraid of it and end up, worried about it and get frightened and don't want to jump and all that stuff. But generally, that doesn't come from a fear of heights, is what I'm learning. Someone said, I think my instructor said that it's because of the point of reference. Or something along those lines. So if I were to stand on top of a big tall building and look down, yeah, I'm still terrified, but jumping out of a plane doesn't really scare me at all. So I would encourage you, if you do have a fear of heights, to step out and go ahead and do it. If you're looking to skydive, if skydiving is something you're interested in doing and you're worried about it because you have a fear of heights, don't worry about it. Just go do it, because I didn't really have any fear in it. It was pretty straightforward for me, and it was very exciting. Now I want to talk about like why this one was so much more fun than last time. My instructor, and maybe it was because it was my second jump, or maybe I just had a better instructor this time, but my instructor, and this is a different, I went to a completely different spot and everything. But my instructor gave me control immediately after the parachute went up. And I had the best time controlling that parachute and dive bombing with the parachute. That was incredible. The initial drop was a lot of fun, but man, the parachute ride is my favorite part, especially when I'm in control. So I will be doing this more. And I will be at least getting to the point where I can do a solo run, because a solo drop, because I want to be in control. I learned in this jump that it's a lot more fun when you're completely in control. And I'm sure it's more comfortable too when you're not strapped to somebody. My instructor though was excellent at this place. So I would recommend going to this place. I'll put a link to this particular skydiving place in the description because I don't remember what the name of it is right now. But highly recommended, even if you have a fear of heights. Big win. Really, really, really enjoyed it. And it gets cheaper as you do it, right? So I think it was over $300 this time. And then on top of that, there was the $100 for the video recording. So it is very expensive, but it's definitely worth doing once in your life if you like extreme sports and adrenaline and stuff like that. So, but as far as my situation, I am going to keep producing content like this because I'm really enjoying at this stage of my life. I have the time to jump in and do some more of these things. So please subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel if you're interested in seeing more stuff like this. What I'm aiming for here, now that I have confirmed that my fear of heights is not really applicable to flying and skydiving and those kinds of things, I want to learn how to paramotor. I really want to learn how to paramotor, and I want to start making some content flying with a paramotor. So I'm going to be jumping a few times, at least enough until I am confident in doing solo jumps. And then I'm going to hopefully branch out into learning how to fly a paramotor. And I'm not gonna run into it too quickly and jump into it super fast, because I want to be able to have confidence in myself being able to control at least a skydive on my own before I start controlling an entire paramotor on my own. If you don't know what a paramotor is, it's like a glider parachute kind of thing and a fan behind your back. I'll put up some pictures of some other people paramotoring so you guys can tell exactly what it is here. But I'm really looking forward to diving into that. I'm gonna be doing some more things like kayaking and maybe some side-by-side UTV stuff. But please subscribe to this channel if you're interested in this. I'll be discussing some more interesting topics as well regarding fear and faith and victory and all those kinds of things. So thank you very much for watching, and give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you soon.